Well, hi everybody. This is your stay-at-home grandma, and I'm doing something every Thursday night I do. It's really stay at home. Um, it's been raining here today. Wasn't really. I never call any day an ugly day. You know what I mean? I'm happy to be alive and well, and for the most part, and just up doing what I do. I did a lot today. I do something every day. Yesterday I went to the dentist, so I didn't do much of anything when I came home. But well, let's see. Well, I had dinner already cooked because I knew I was going to the dentist, and I wasn't sure what led ahead for me after I came from them. But it wasn't really that bad. Next week, I have two fillings, and then the week after that, they're going to operate on the teeth that are left up here, and I'm going to keep my partial because that has two front teeth, and then I won't be all gummified. And then I'm going to have that done. So what did was today was I called the VA because I have medical benefits with Cigna and the VA, but the VA for me doesn't do dental because I'm the wife, not the spouse. And he didn't. He's fully retired. He didn't retire, but he got his benefits and things. So I'm covered on medical, which is the most important thing. But they don't cover dental and vision. However, I did speak to someone because if I have surgery, that's a different story. But he has to put in the paperwork, so I had to know what to do to tell the dentist. He probably already knows, but I need to find out some things. So anyway, I'm just on. I'm knitting. I'm doing squares. So I finished this one. I'm gonna wash all these, and I'm gonna bring them out and start putting them together to see what I want to go with. Because I'm designing this one, and I'm doing this one, this color. So it's gonna have a lot of different colors in it. But he likes it, so that's good for me. Because I never thought I'd see the day that he wanted pink, and he's like, I want any color. Nobody's gonna see it. I don't care. I want to be warm, and it is warm. It is. If you feel it, it's warm. So, like I said, I'm just breezing along with the breeze. So it's really nice to be able to get back into cooking, and so I've been taking pictures and showing you all. Now we had leftovers tonight. Tomorrow night, I think that I'm going to make an Asian dish. I'm not sure what I'm going to make. Saturday we're having leftovers, and actually Sunday we're having the leftover chicken. But I'm going to do something else with it, to because we're trying not to waste any food, of course. And and he loved the chicken, so you know we have the pasta, and tonight we had the leftover pasta. I left some for my granddaughter just in case she went to the dentist today, and she had a root canal. So it's dental heaven for us. So how's everybody doing? I'm doing fine. I'm just trying to knit and stay focused. And I wanted to tell you all something, but I'll wait till somebody comes on. But it's not bad. So maybe Maybe I should have said it's, well, anyhow, anywho, like I said, I'm just laying here knitting and trying to finish this blanket because I'm making, the next thing I'm making is a sweater for myself. Then who knows? Who knows? I can't wait to make my sweater though. It's a pattern that a lady made on I don't remember what it was, but it's a pattern. It's really nice and it's really easy because I'm not into anymore. I'm not into a whole lot of deep knitting and stuff like that. I might get into some, but not that much. But I'm going to make some headbands. I'm going to make a couple of scarves. I made a couple last year, and I'll show those again. But I'm going to make a couple of scarves, and then I'm going to make some hats. I'm going to attempt to. I haven't made socks in years since the kids were little, and my oldest one is 56 years old. So either 56 or 50. I don't know. I I think Marina's no. Rita's 56 because I think Joey was going to be 54. I don't know. I don't even know how old my kids are. I know when their birthdays are. I know how old I am. So anybody do anything special today? Um, go anywhere special? I've got to get back into couponing and stuff like that. I haven't used a lot of coupons, and that's the thing I'm going to start. And I think I'm going to start that on here again because you know well, let's be clear. We're going to need it because the way inflation is going. Then I was looking today, and well, I know that the Christmas tree store closed all of its stores everywhere. Okay, I haven't been there in a while. I was actually planning to go because I wanted to find some napkins. That was a shock. All Bath and Body Works, I think, are closed. Walmart is closing some stores. Now that was a shocker. There was a whole list of things that this woman was telling people on TikTok. And yes, I watch TikTok. I watch things that make sense, not things that don't make sense. If it's a bunch of gossip and stuff like that, I don't want to hear it. But things like that and things like there's a lot of wellness doctors on there that do things and stuff like that. And there's a lot of poetry that's on there. I don't naturally like poetry, but there's a couple of poets that are on there that I like, you know. But other than, and of course, number one, and always number one, is the knitters and the recipes, the chefs that cook recipes, or the home cooks that cook recipes that I want to try. And by the way, I am writing a cookbook. I don't know what to call it yet, so I'm going to actually put some names and have you all pick it and see who picks them. But when I find the names that I want to write a cookbook, putting it on Amazon. It's not an expensive one or anything like that, but it will be like, the 20-minute dinners or the half an hour dinners, those dinners that are one pot meals or maybe two pots. That's about it. Because that's what I'm trying to get into doing because, like I said, it's just him and I. It's really gets, gets taxing after a while trying to cook for 1 hour, 2 hours, and stuff like that when it's only two people. In fact, when it was 4 or 5 people, it was a pain in the behind. But you did it. Cooking like for Thanksgiving, Christmas, Easter, like if you're having company or something like that, that's fine. But not cooking, spending all day in the kitchen. So I'm trying to, and I think what I'm going to do is probably do a lot of the cooking on Saturday, at least the meats and stuff like that, because the sides are not that, unless it's like string beans or you know um, things that take a while to cook. But I'm going to try to do at least 2 or 3 meats on Saturday, and maybe a dessert on Saturday, so that number one, I don't have to cook on Sunday, and number two, I don't have to cook on Sunday. So I was going to try meal prep, but to be honest with you, because we don't have another big freezer anymore, until we go back into the house where we can have a big freezer, it makes no sense in doing any meal prep right now because I haven't got any place to put it. So that, like I said, that big refrigerator that you see in my YouTube, okay, it looks big, it isn't big. So we'll see what happens. But yeah. But meal prep, like I said, for two people, to me, because we don't go to lunch. We don't go to work, so we don't have lunch like that. You know, breakfast for me can be a cup of coffee and some cereal because there again, I don't, I don't do no. And then again, too, we don't eat that much anymore. When we were working and we were using fuel, and we had to fill up on fuel, you know, for energy and stuff like that. It's different, but we're not working. You know what I mean? Um, he goes out every day and does what he has to do, and he goes down the shop, or whatever, works down there in his little shop and stuff like that. But that's not high powered energy. So we're not using that kind of energy and burning that kind of fuel. So, and I mean, I have to exercise every day. Like I said, I've lost weight and I want to keep it off. But we just don't eat like that anymore. So, and I'm working on a tray. And let me tell you what happened to the tray. Okay. So the first resin that I poured into the picture, I did covered the picture 2 times with 3 times with Mod Podge so that it doesn't get damaged. Poured the resin on, it went on really wonderful. Came there the next morning, it was sticky. So I went on YouTube to see what to do with it. So the first one, there was 3 things that you could do. First one was you could scrape it all off and everything like that, which I should have done. But I figured since it was there and it was sticky and I could put my hand in it, because she said if you put your hand on it, it's sticky, then you can pour over some more resin. Okay, so I poured some more resin and it was hard as a rock. It looked like a piece of glass over it. Only thing was, I turned it on the side and all of a sudden the old resin went leaking out. So I left it alone tonight. I'll figure it out. I'll clean it all off in the morning and try to straighten it out. There's always something you can do, but it just wasn't for me to do today. So it's looking like nobody's coming, but that's because I didn't put it in too, because I didn't put it in my what you call it? I forget what name it is, but I didn't advertise it. In other words, probably, but that's okay because I'm on it. I'll stay on till 8:30, and then I'll go off and knit and watch TV. Sometimes things are just not meant to be the way they're supposed to be. Mm, telling you, okay, it is too comical. And like my granddaughter and I were talking, and we were talking about teeth, and I was telling her how what it's all from is because I have dry mouth syndrome, and it's because of taking medication that they're giving me. So I'm like, daggone, now how she ever got a root canal? She's only 20, but I guess those things happen. But at least she takes care of her teeth and does what she has to do. She's a smart little cookie too. So another week has passed. Tomorrow will be Friday. And next week is the last week of August. And I know that a lot of people are like sharing. One of them would be me because my fall rugs for the kitchen are hanging right outside on my railing, all washed and clean and ready to go. Okay, my fall shower curtains are laying there. Hey, Charlene, how you doing? What's up? I'm doing fine, thank you for asking. And my shower curtains, my fall shower curtains, are laying on the shelf, all folded and waited to be put up. So I was going to put them up next week, but I'll wait until the 1st of September and then put them up, or maybe the 2nd. I don't know. Because like I said, I can't wait for fall to get here. And it's nice and breezy at night now, so I can open up the window. I'm feeling good. So what's happening, Charlene? I like the meditations and stuff that you do, Charlene. They're really nice, and they actually help me. They relax me. Mm-hmm. Enjoy it. Yes, fall is a beautiful season. I think all the seasons are beautiful. My two favorites being, and everybody has a favorite. My two favorites are spring and fall. Spring because I'm looking out my window, even though I can't. I have my curtains, so that you really can't see any, but there's a light blinking down the street, and I'm on ground, so generally nobody's usually. Well, there's always movement, but not like just sitting there. It must be one of the police officers because I know we have a lot of police patrolling around here. So I don't know. We'll see. Now he's moving. Oh, okay, he's moving now. I don't know whether it was a truck or whatever. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And I think it's fantastic. Oh yeah, I love them all too. With my two favorite ones are spring and fall. Spring because everything is like kind of brown at first, and then spring brings forth like life. No, I'm not in Texas. I'm in Delaware. I'm an implant from Boston. I taught at the university here till I retired. But now I taught at the university and then I was also a school counselor. So, no, I'm not in Texas. I would not want to be in Texas right about now. But you're right, each season does have its beauty. I love winter. I love the snow because I'm from Boston. So you take it from there, okay? So each season has its It's beauty. Fall, even though things are dying, they're dying in eloquence, I call it, because the leaves change color. Especially like we used to go up to like New Hampshire and Maine when they started. I don't know. I lived in Texas years ago with my husband at Fort Sam Houston, but no, but they even though they're dying, they're changing beautiful colors and everything like that. And we used to go up there all the time to see the colors and things. No, I don't know. Nope, not me. I don't um like nobody has an all season, but it's mostly like warm there all the time and stuff like that. I like actual breakups of seasons, and like I said, when I lived in Texas, it was always hot. It was always hot. We had breaks in between, but like I said, that was so long ago. I was pregnant with my first child then, and she's 55 or 56, and her sister is 56 or 57. Because my son would have been like 54. I gotta figure that out one of these days. And then my youngest daughter is 46. Now she's in Las Vegas. She's in Las Vegas. She likes it hot. So what's on the horizon for you, Charlene? When is your next video? Because even though I have everything tapped out on your in your box, right? They're supposed to like let me know when you're coming on and everything like that. They don't. Yeah. So how are your boys doing, Charlene? We're busy here. We're in Delaware. If you do, I hope you come see me. I would like that. Saturday morning. Okay, then I can come on because I'm a member. And I'm usually up. And I keep waking up earlier and earlier. Today I woke up, I think at 3:30. No, really? I think I woke up at like 3:30 this morning. And I'm like, what am I doing waking up so early? I went back to sleep, but still. And then the second time I woke up, it was like quarter to 7. It'll probably, why? Probably because you're still working. And then of course you have young children. And then you have all the responsibilities that go along with the young children, the house, the job, the mom stuff, the you stuff, the just all kinds of things going on. Once you and I was a late night person as well. Once you step back from all that, once the young children become grown, once you become, oh, okay, once you become grown, your children become grown, and once you retire from work, even though you may have like things that you're always going to do, which I know you will, it'll be different because you'll find yourself um, going to sleep earlier. You'll find yourself trying to find all kinds of things to do to keep you busy. Oh, I was late now when I was a kid and everything. I would and I would be like My granddaughter lived with me for quite some time, and when I would teach, I would be when I would be on the computer and stuff like that. I'd go to bed about 2:30 in the morning and get up about 7 and get ready to go to work. I mean, I get up unwillingly, but I'd get up because I had to go to work, right? And my granddad used to say, I don't know how you do that. I said, well, I have to. But I think once you step back from all of that, and and I made myself a promise when I was getting ready to retire, and that was that, I'm going to retire. And that's before I got sick too. And I said, I'm going to stay at home. I'm going to do my sewing. I'm going to do my knitting. I'm going to do my arts and crafts. I'm going to do whatever. I'm going to cook. I'm going to enjoy my home. Okay. Well, 2 years before I was supposed to retire, before that, I had a stroke. So I left earlier than I did, but still, once I began to get better and stuff like that, I started doing me. When I got, like I got interested in different things and stuff like that. Now I'm going back to the senior center, um, probably sometime next week because they have yoga there and stuff like that for seniors. And I liked yoga. I took yoga for years. And so my doctor said, well, you can go back and you can do that now. So I'm good. So Charlene, what state do you live in? If you don't mind telling me. My grands are all fine. One just got off work. She's a librarian. And so she just got off of work. She just got off work. Making an Afghan for my husband in squares, and I'm actually designing it. So now I've got to put all the squares together. Well, not all the squares yet. I think so. I'm not really sure. I've not never heard of it, but I've never heard of it. But there's a lot of things that somebody else knows this I don't know, and I know something but I do basic knitting. I'm a knit and purl kind of girl. You have talent too, Charlene. You are also blessed. Um, I think for me, the reason why I got into this, my mother knitted and crocheted, and I used to watch her knit when I was really little. And one day, I don't know, I must have been about 7 or 8. I think it was before my father died, but I don't remember that. But I said, "Will you teach me?" So she said, "Yeah. What do you want to learn?" And I said, the one with the two sticks. I'll never forget it. So she taught me how to knit. She tried to teach me how to crochet, but I just didn't get it. But this is something that I plan to learn this year, hopefully. Okay. But now my mother, that was the talented one. She could take anything and she could turn a brick into gold. Believe me when I tell you. Bake cakes, bake cookies, bake pies. I can bake a pie. I can make cookies. No, the chain stitch is the crocheted stitch, I believe. But it might be something in knitting and I just never, even knew it or picked it up or something. Because, like I said, I'm a basic knitter. I read patterns. I just don't want to do all of some of what those patterns say. I used to, but also because, I mean, part of my brain is sleeping, so to speak. And so it took a while for me to even get back to knitting because, it was just a mess. But you get through it, you know what I mean? And you soldier on. So what grade are the boys in? Oh, I want to know what grade they were in. My oldest great granddaughter, I have two great granddaughters and three granddaughters and two grandsons. And my oldest great granddaughter, who is now 14, I was just looking at pictures and I'm just, oh, the seventh and the second. Wow. Wow. I was just looking at pictures of my grandchildren the other day, and my great granddad, they just all got so big so fast. I turned around and they started growing up. But my great granddaughter starts high school next week. So you're gonna homeschool him? Homeschooling's not bad. I homeschooled my yeah, she's starting high school. And her sister, who is 10, she's going into the fifth grade. So she'll be going into junior high school next year. Um, my oldest granddaughter, who is the mother of my great grandchildren, she finished school last year. She finished college last year. She's a scientist, and she got a job right. They were waiting for her, and then my middle grandchild, she works at the library. She's becoming a librarian. She's going to school, and they hired her at the library. My youngest granddaughter, she'll be graduating from high school next year. She's homeschooled. Yeah, I'm sure it does. You work from home, right? I can see that, the homeschool. I didn't mind homeschooling because, at the time that I was teaching at the college, you could still take your kids to the school and whatever. And she would stay in my office, or she would go into the library. And they loved her there because she always read. So they were always bringing her books. I would come into the library because my office was off the library. And I would come in the library and she'd be sitting there having tea with them and stuff like that. They don't do that anymore, but that was years ago. But I kind of miss that. But life goes on and they get older and whatever. So Charlene, I guess what I'm going to do is go off. I usually stay on for about an hour, but I'm going to go off and I'm going to sit here and knit. I might actually read because I'm reading a book. That's really, really good. Are you into herbs, Charlene? Yeah. Are you into herbs at all? Good night, Charlene. We'll talk. Okay. We'll talk. We'll really, really talk soon. And I love you all. Take care. God bless. Stay safe. Hold your family close. Oh, that's right. You're from another country, right? I want to say Jamaica, but I could be wrong because I grew up with herbs also. My mother was she was a nurse. She was an LPN, but she was also an herbalist, and everybody in the neighborhood flocked to the house. Love you. Yeah, Guyana. Okay. All right. Well, everybody take care. God bless. Stay safe for all those in the shadows. And God bless. Hold your family close. And I will talk to you probably tomorrow because I'm going to come on and do some cooking. Love you. Bye bye.